Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 28 of Curse of Strahd. If you are new here, we are the group Trials of Imagination. We are a group of friends that get together every week and like to just play some Dungeons and Dragons and have a jolly old time as we play through our second campaign. We've played 2 campaigns together. First campaign with 4 of us, now all the way up to 6 of us through this one. We're going through the module, I have this covered right now, but known as Curse of Strahd. It is a gothic horror type of setting, if you've never heard of it before. It is really, really cool, really gritty and dark, if that is your thing. If you've heard of it, you'll see plenty of nods, and if you've experienced it, you'll see plenty of it, and even if you haven't, I homebrew a lot of this specific module, so there will be plenty of twists and turns that you will both know and not know throughout this campaign. So we have a little bit for all of you. So make sure to stick around, have some fun, and we'll have a good time. You may notice, if you've never been here before, that we do not engage with chat while the stream is going, at least not vocally. So you might try to reach out to one of us in chat and ask us a question or make a comment, and you don't see us respond, at least visually and vocally. This is normal. It's nothing personal. We're not ignoring the comment. We have a limited time frame to do this session, so we try to stay focused and stay in character and give all due respect to the gameplay and the role play while we have that limited time slot. However, at the end of the episode, when we get to about the 10 p.m. or so mark in Central Standard Time, we switch to the post-stream chat session where we actually do the exact opposite of that, and the only thing we do is engage with you guys the entire time vocally and answer any questions that we can and just have a little bit of a chill time relaxing before we end the stream. So if that's your thing, if that's what you like doing, that is what you would like to wait for. It's the end of the stream. For any of you here now and you see someone roll in, if you would be kind and generous to those who have not been here long enough and just let them know what they're experiencing. You will see all of us in the chat, so we will try to do that ourselves. But if you see us like mid-role play or something going on, just let somebody know so that they can understand what is going on and not be left in the dark. Okay, so that covers that. We do have some announcements to cover for tonight. So we have quite a few things. We have going on as ever. We have custom commands and chat you can do for this. You can do exclamation point merch to see our merch store at any point. There's a lot of stuff, also ever evolving stuff as we continue to go down this rabbit hole of ridiculousness that is D&D. There's plenty of stuff that continually pops up and rotates and try to make it fun and funny for all you guys. So there's plenty of stuff there. We have a podcast that is on Spotify. You can do exclamation point podcast in the chat and see the link for that. It is just Trials of Imagination Podcast if you want to search it that way. We have a Patreon, which you can do exclamation point Patreon for, to where you can see any form of things that we would like to give back to the community, and thanks for you guys giving to us, where we felt like we could do that a little better with Patreon than we could with just the Twitch subs and everything. We have an extension of the podcast there to where we have Patreon only podcast episodes where we hone in on the episodes themselves as opposed to just talking about D&D as a whole. So we'll talk about some things that transpired and even answer some sort of backlog questions if you want to know any form of perhaps information that the rest of the podcast listeners are not privy to. So if that is your thing, look over to the Patreon section and you can find some stuff there. It is approaching slowly but surely episode 30. And as such, we've been doing a giveaway leading up to that. So if you do exclamation point giveaway in the chat, it gives you a link and where you can go to interact with that. It's pretty simple. You just get points for watching. You don't have to do anything to get points. However, in order to spend those points, you have to follow that link, and it works like a raffle ticket. So every time you spend the points, you get a raffle ticket. For every raffle ticket you throw into the pot, the higher chance you have of winning whatever we give away in episode 30. Simple as that. If you are a sub, you get double points. And if you gift, every time you gift a sub, it kind of gives like a multiplier on top of that as well. So just anytime you need that, you can do exclamation point giveaway. It should have a timer to where it does it throughout. But if you don't see it, that's how that works. And that is how that is. We do have another announcement if people haven't accidentally run into it already, but a certain someone asked if they could do that announcement. So I'm going to hand it over to SJ for this part. So SJ.
Me. Okay, I'm really excited about this. Also, I have a wig on, so that's exciting. But Bex, this is for you. If you look at chat, we got new emotes.
Woo!
But there's more than that. If you go to look at your emotes, if you are subbed, there are more emotes, and I think we also have some that are just like follower emotes, right? Right. So there's follower emotes. There's a whole bunch of new emotes. But I was most excited for the Omen one. So, but yeah. So there's an emote for each of the characters and Omen.
Yep, and they are flooding the chat now. So
yay!
Thank you, SJ.
Yes.
Special thanks to literally all of you in chat because you're the reason stuff like that is even a thing. Because you, for whatever reason, continue to to be very gracious and give to us and do subs and things, and that allows us to put those sub funds into things like this, to where we pay an artist who's a little better at things than we are.
Yes.
To it's like, hey,
shout out to the Power Mama for doing all of our emotes. Well, majority of our emotes, the ones that weren't here before 2-Bit's other emotes. But yeah, thank you, the Power Mama.
And thank all of you for making this possible in the first place. Sincerely, it's awesome. We appreciate every last one of you and hope to continue to deliver as good of content as we possibly can, bearing that we all survive. So that about wraps it up for announcements. Unless, SJ, did you have anything else that I missed?
Sorry, my mic was off. No, you already talked about the giveaway, so that's the other important thing is the giveaway.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right. So that will do it for the announcement section. I think we've talked enough, and I think we're ready to get into tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd.
And purple.
And welcome back to Zahel with a wig beard. Piplup wig beard. Nice.
Nope. That's Zahel.
That's just
Zahel looks
That's
like.
just how Zahel normally looks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Zahel has a beard. And
he just happens to be a ginger.
The perfect representation of Zahel.
Right. So, just update for anyone watching. So, Richard will be a little bit late. He's at Bible study, so he'll get here whenever he can, and then we'll have the Tetris camera fun time whenever he arrives, and we'll quickly adjust that and keep things going. But currently, I have you five. So, last week on Trials of Imagination through the Curse of Strahd, episode 27, our group was reconvening in the Tavern of Vallaki. I hear some sort of child.
I hear a cat.
I didn't realize I was unmuted. My cat, yes.
Is that a cat or a child? Wow. Wow.
After dinner, he always gives a review of his food.
Nice. All right. Anyway.
All right, back to the story.
Anyways, last week we had the group reconvening in the tavern after arriving at Vallaki, getting separated simultaneously. And finally getting back together, trying to regroup and really gather what the heck is going on, and had a few conversations of a variety of different topics. And eventually, it did become relayed to the party that Millard had decided to take upon himself a certain action that ended the life of a town guard in the area.
Allegedly.
And that was met with Millard kind of being confused and then denying said claim and not really having any memory of saying this to Mark. So then you're kind of met with two opposing statements to go between. But Mark was convinced that did happen. Millard was convinced that it did not. And that's kind of where that ended up sitting. And that ensued with more discussion around that and trying to figure out heads or tails of that situation. And then eventually it came about with Ismark purchasing rooms for the entire party for a whole week at the tavern so that they could have that at their disposal. And he felt it was the least that character could do for the group and as a thank you for helping them bury their father and getting them all the way to the church in a dangerous journey and yada, yada, yada. So after that, there's a few things that transpire, but the important thing, a captain guard comes into the tavern and asks to speak directly to Zahel and asks Zahel to come with him and him alone. And they go to exit the tavern, but before a small, dare we say, outburst of Millard, shortly kind of calmed down by the rest of the party to at least subdue him as best they can with verbiage. And they didn't make anything of the outburst and continued on out of the tavern before seeing Ayla making a nod there, traveling away. Nadar, despite his best efforts, was not able to follow Zahel because Ayla, Irina, and Elberth kind of all collectively stopped him from doing that, and he went back and towards the tavern after that. So Zahel was allowed to go alone with the captain as requested, as well as 15 or more other guards standing outside that were waiting on them. And they proceeded all the way back towards the area of the main gate and stopped at an alleyway where there lie not one, but two bodies, which was a little bit alarming because if you had watched the episode before, Millard had left a drunk man unconscious while killing a guard. So there should have only been one, yet there were two. And not in the sense of the drunkard dying from cold or alcohol poisoning, but his throat was slit. So you had not one, but two bodies now. And the short version is that the captain was kind of being inquisitive of Zahel and asking Zahel his take on the situation and getting Zahel to investigate to clear his party's name, in a sense, is kind of the proposition. And upon close investigation, Zahel did realize that the blade that cut the drunkard's throat was one that he recognized, specifically because it's unique and it's one that him and his brother made together. There's only two that exist, one with Zahel and one with his brother. And Zahel had the one on him and handed it to Luthrian to inspect and was blatantly honest about what it was and that this is the type of weapon that did this. Luthrian remarking that this is kind of an odd play to show someone who's investigating a murder, hey, here's the murder weapon. But nonetheless, took Zahel to be an honest person, at least in that moment, and gave the blade back. And then in a quick swoop, cast a blue aura around them and cast Zone of Truth. And told Zahel that he had a few questions that he would like to ask him. And that is where we left off last week. But more importantly, where we don't pick up this week, because Richard's not here. So we get to go.
What are you talking about? Zahel's right there.
We get to go straight to the tavern. So while all that is transpiring, so Ayla will actually pick up as Zahel is still walking away. So you can still see him walking away in the distance. Ayla is still outside. Arena and Elbreth, I don't know if you guys have walked in yet, but Nadar, after being tackled and eventually getting up on his own, did proceed to go back into the tavern. So that leaves inside, you still have Millard, Mark, Ismark, and Merc Danjal at the table, although Millard was stating that he was getting ready to go to bed, so he made his way in some direction at some point.
We're finishing up our game.
Yeah,
we're finishing up the game. Okay, I knew you had said it. I just didn't know if you were. Yeah. Gotcha. So for now, still at the table.
We're playing something chess. Monster chess.
Monster chess.
We're playing monster chess.
Sure. So we will pick up with the individuals that are outside. So I know that's at least Ayla. Elbreth, were you still wanting to be out, or did you walk in after Nadar?
Yeah, I think I'm in after Nadar. I honestly don't remember, but that sounds.
I believe you actually did go inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I remember is that I told Arena it was her turn.
Sure. So in which case, that leaves Ayla's the only one outside. So you just saw Elbreth and Irina walk inside. So do you stay out or do you follow them in?
I stay out and watch Zahel walk away until I can't really see them anymore.
Okay.
And then I go inside.
All right. So by that point, when you get inside, if you waited long enough for them to get away, Nadar, I don't know where you would have gone, but Elbreth and Irina would have easily made it back to the table by that point.
Okay.
So are you going to the table or are you walking around the tavern, Ayla?
I'm gonna walk in, and since this is my first time in, I'm gonna look around and kind of take it in, see who I see, as I'm also looking for the party.
Sure. All right. And it doesn't take long for you to spot the eclectic group on the left side of the tavern.
Well, that's it, Mark. You win again, as always. But
yeah, that one was closer though.
I'm learning, you know. I appreciate your patience with me.
I personally like it when the sharp one hit the dull one.
The what?
That wasn't a good thing for me.
Oh, I'll be honest, I don't understand this game, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't understand it either.
Well, it's pretty simple. The white pieces, there's only 4 pawns for white and king, but white gets to move twice for every time that black moves.
I like that the board is made of squares.
What?
I like that the board is made of squares. If it were rectangles, those are just pretentious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Would you like another game? Millard?
No. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. But thank you for the lesson, Mark. I'm gonna head up to my room. Elbereth had the key, right?
Yeah.
Like, would you mind, getting us up there? I'm really tired.
Mark, do you want to go with him?
Just somebody's got the key to the room, right?
Or Nadar, do you want to? That won't work, but...
I'll go with them. I say as I'm downing another drink.
I'd sort of have a question for you, Merc Danjal.
Yeah?
What language were you and Nadar using?
I call it. I don't know what it's actually called. I call it the big scaly eagle language. I don't know, something like that.
Or you just not using the word that I told you not to use?
No.
Look, you're obviously making this man uncomfortable.
I think this is more of the splinter that's digging into my left eye.
Oh, I mean, we can get that right out.
A splinter.
Look at that.
Yeah, splinters aren't hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're no surgeon, but I mean, I fought
But sturgeon.
on a boat, and splinters are just a hazard. You know, when you're fighting on a boat.
Yeah.
So I know exactly how to take care of them.
I'd say you did a pretty good job. I can't feel my left leg at all anymore.
I've seen that happen too. Usually not because of me, but if that's how you feel.
I think so. Oh goodness, I can't move my toes. Nope. Oh wait, they're back.
Hey Nadar, if you're gonna take me up to the room, make sure you bring extra ale, because I could use it before laying down for the night.
Alright. 3 ales, please.
You just see the barkeep who's looking at you and has like kept count of the stack of glasses that you've put down. Is
Come on, mate, hurry it up. I've only had 2.
it's not. I won't yell across tavern. Okay. Comes, hands it off to the waitress, and the waitress brings you three more ale.
Alright, Nadar, grab the key. Let's head upstairs. Or wherever it is we're going.
Can I have the key?
I'll bring you guys up there, and then I'll give you the key.
Okay, bye, Splinter Man. He didn't say bye. Is that no? Okay, well, no. Okay, he's gone.
Guy, as I just trot along behind with the ale.
What's wrong with you guys anyway? Not trusting me with a key.
Oh, I don't know. But I got ale.
I mean, it's just
I want the key.
there's something going on that I don't know about. Like, was Zahel in trouble? Do we have to sneak out and get him? Is that why? Is this a show for the barkeep or something?
Why are you still... And then, I guess, can I roll insight on him?
Absolutely.
Physical dice.
Nice.
Yep.
You have
Never got
learned.
the roll. I'm not allowed.
And Jay, I'm gonna send you a question just so I make sure I understand.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 7.
You said a 7?
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
With the 7, you definitely don't pick up on anything at all. So it's actually rather confusing because you more just think that Miller in your insight check is being forthright, and you might find it a bit confusing because now you have conflicting stories.
We already all know what you did, so keeping this up is only gonna actually make things worse. If you're still afraid to admit it.
What I did? You mean running off?
What you did after you ran off.
You mean trying to find help for Mark?
That does sound like something he would do.
Yeah, he's. I've known him the longest. If I'm gonna run off for anybody, it's gonna be Mark.
Do
Look,
you think that perhaps
I know
Mark
I yelled at the guards, and that wasn't right. But we were in a hurry.
Did you and Mark? Do you think Mark would have a reason to spread or lie to us about you? Spread rumors about you? Did you guys get in a fight?
No, I don't think so. But he was pretty shooken up about, everything going on outside the castle or the city. I'd worry about him more, honestly, if I were you. I mean, he seems all right now. I played the game with him downstairs, and he seemed all right. Still sharp as ever. But that's how it. I've seen things. I've seen the way death affects people before, and it just, especially if it's someone close, and the way he acted, it just didn't seem right.
Death doesn't affect me. I affect death.
That could be. I mean, it seems out of character for him, but I mean, that would be rather traumatic. And then in Dwarvish, I'll say in Dwarvish, like, Mark told us that you told him that you killed someone.
Okay. I told him I thought that had happened.
Is this in Dwarvish?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, in Dwarvish, and also like
Oh, sorry, I meant for Jay.
What? Oh.
What's up?
Is this in Dwarvish that you're saying this?
Yeah.
Proceed.
It's just hard to explain. You see, after I come into the city, I went straight around looking, and I came upon that fountain outside. And, I was so exhausted, I took a drink out of it. And after that, I was just kind of worn out and tired. So I went and I took like a nap. And I had a dream where I thought I killed someone. It was eerie and spooky, and I didn't know if something magical was affecting me to cause me to dream that. So I asked Mark about it. But I didn't want to worry anybody else with all the rest of the magical stuff going on, because he said there was nothing to worry about.
Well, I guess we can go back and, I can go back and find out why he's saying that it happened if you told him it was a dream.
I mean, all I told him was I thought I killed someone, but I wasn't sure. And so he must have taken that way farther than I thought it would go.
Well, I'll go back down and talk to him. Seems a little not like him, but...
Yeah. What I can say, though, is going to that well, it was a bad idea. Because after taking a drink from there, I was exhausted. So, I'm always a little bit superstitious about, water and these things. But normally wells are pretty safe. But this place, and this town, there's something about it. So just be on guard. You too, Nadar. Don't go drinking out anywhere weird. There's on dwarves.
In common, but what if I'm thirsty?
That's when you drink one of these, mate.
You have a waitress that's walking through the stairwell, because this is a multi-story tavern. Did you say you were thirsty?
No, we're fine.
All right, well, if you need another drink,
Maybe.
just-
I say it's like I'm holding 2 of the 3 mugs that I brought.
Yeah, they're good.
all right. Well, if you need another one, just flag one of us down. We'll get you filled back up.
Anyway, Elbereth. I hope that all makes sense to you. There is something weird going on, so we all should keep on edge. I just want you to know that it's nothing to do with me.
Alright, well, we should also keep together. So, you two keep an eye on each other.
I will definitely spin.
So, it's not my turn today.
We had to rearrange things, so.
Okay, but I better get 2 days off next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna work Arena into the schedule, so.
Oh.
And
You
then,
got the key, right? Which room is it?
So yeah, I'll hand him the key.
So you receive 1 key of a set of 4. So you have 4 rooms total, each of which have 2 beds.
We find our room.
I have this cup. Yeah. This is my favorite cup.
Right.
I will name this one 7.
So
What
Millard,
about your other cup?
Millard can walk
Wait,
down the
when did I
hallway
get
and
2?
find a room on the left.
What is this, 3?
Come on, Nadal, we're in here.
Hmm?
Bring 7 with you, and 3 or 8.
I wobble.
whatever you
Like
call
I'm at this point, I've had so much. I'm just going all over the place.
I'm trying to like guide him.
Have a good night, Elbereth.
moving
And make sure
straight-
you look after
straight.
everyone else.
But I'm just bumping from side to side in the hall.
As he says that, so like Elbereth is looking and like the door is starting to close, and you hear Millard say "Have a good night," and then Nadar is actually like tripping forward as if he's about to land on top of Millard, and then the door closes, and you should.
Nadar, please get off my foot. And my leg. And the rest of me.
I'm sorry, and I do a front flip off of him.
Drunk man parkour.
It somehow works because I'm drunk.
He's not holding anything back. Okay, we can stay with you two for a second.
How exhausted is Nadar?
So what's the plan now?
The plan is we go to bed. I say with a grin.
I don't want to. It's not bedtime yet. It's drinking time.
How about we play a drinking game, Nadar?
Where?
Right here. We got
Yeah.
3 mugs.
These are empty.
We got 1 mug. That's half full. Okay. Right, that's the game. Here's what we do. And I pull out some silk rope from my bag.
Okay.
Okay. And I hand it to Nadar.
I take it.
Yep.
Okay. Nadar, you see this rope?
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think so. You see how it's nice and neat? But if you look really close at it, it has nice thin strands on it.
I can't see them. But then again, there are 3 of you, so it's probably the fun.
I'm gonna take out some hempen rope. You see this piece of rope?
Yeah.
It's not so pretty, is it?
No, but this one is pretty too.
Right. Okay, give them both back here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hide them behind my back. And you're gonna guess which one is on the right and which one is on the left. And if you guess right, then you get a sip out of this mug right here.
Well, okay.
If you guess wrong, then you don't get a sip out of this mug right here.
Okay.
Instead, you're gonna have to go outside the door for 5 minutes.
But I thought there was a different plan. I thought a different plan.
It's a drinking game, Nadar. If you win, you get to drink. That's how drinking
know.
games work.
I know. But friend. We're not left behind, no? Let's play a game.
Ready? Which rope do you think is on the right side?
The pretty one is on the left side. And the not pretty one's on the right.
So I'm gonna put both my hands behind my back and just grab the hempen rope on
Mhm.
both ends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pull out the hempen rope on the left side.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Nadar,
I rolled a
you're gonna have
d20 to
go
determine that. To determine how I was gonna react.
There you go.
I will go out the door. Is there a balcony?
You're on the second floor, so there's not a balcony there. It's
Okay,
just
because I was gonna
hallway.
be like, I'll go out that door instead, because
If you were to explore around, you might find a balcony.
I will just give me a minute. I stumble around the room and find a door. If there's a closet or bathroom in there, I will take that too.
Oh, goodness. Oh, nice. Richard has joined us. Tetris time.
Here.
It's weird. It only did it to one of them this time. It's just like...
Mm-hmm.
There it partially is. Now I'm in here twice. Woo!
Woo!
And Millard is gone. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Yes, Millard is gone in the story.
Right.
No one knows where he is right.
Accurate. So, Nadar, to clarify, did you say you opened a random door?
In the room, yes.
Whatever doors are in the room.
Yep. Okay. You open a door and just immediately hear something. And it is a...
I will just flop over.
And Millard, regardless of what you're doing, you're not far enough away yet to not hear that, like, someone yelling to a patron in the bar. Staff, there's a passed out dwarf on my floor. You just hear footsteps.
Looking face down.
Right? Which
I
door
don't
did
This
you
was a
leave?
door from
Asleep.
the room?
He's in a hallway with a bunch of
Oh,
rooms.
I thought he said from the room. I thought he said in
Well,
the room.
he went outside and then
Yeah.
he's picking another door.
Yes, and I just
Random.
flopped forward.
Yep.
Because I was told I'm not allowed back in Millard's
At that
room.
point, I'm gonna step out into the hallway.
Okay, so you can
This is going to be harder than I thought.
see far enough away now. There's a patron like trying to move Nadar, but very unsuccessfully because he's a thick boy.
Let me give you a hand with that.
I'm
And I
coming
pull out
with
the hempen
you.
rope and I start to tie his hands up.
Why?
This is
why?
just to make it easier for him to carry. I'm not abducting him. He's a
Okay.
friend of mine.
He's rather heavy lead.
Well,
He's
who
also
are you again?
rather drunken lad, as you can see.
Okay, well, let's get you back to your room then, good sir.
So with the help of the other patron, we're gonna pick him up and put him in one of the beds.
You see him like obviously turning red as he's trying not to show that he is struggling, but is mightily struggling.
I am also my district.
But
I also still have all of my gear on me.
So you get him,
That
you
just
get him
adds
back.
to the weight.
inside the room. What you would like to do with them?
Sleep well, my friend.
So you put them on the bed?
Pat. Yep.
Now it's bedtime.
And then I put the half-filled drink in his hand. He'll be needing this more than I will needing this.
I pass out in the bed.
You just see the waitstaff obviously out of breath.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's just, that's all right. Believe it or not, we get a lot worse. A lot worse. So yeah, that's just try to just, I don't know, keep him from walking into random guest room. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll look up and make sure.
Yeah, good man. Okay, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing and hope that my back doesn't give out. Okay.
I'm going to sneak back downstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to, and not really engage with them, but just try to overhear if anything's going on downstairs. I'm gonna lock the room as I leave, so locking the door in the room.
So trying to eavesdrop on like the party, basically.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So you don't have to roll a stealth check yet, but we'll get you to roll one soon. So going back to Elbreth would be the first question. So did you make your way all the way back to the table?
Yeah. Like I would have when they went in the door, I would have like waited like a couple seconds to make sure they didn't turn around and come back out, and
Sure.
then went back downstairs, back to the table.
All right. Millard, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me real quick. I'll go ahead and get you to do one now.
Ooh, this one was not good.
Uh-oh.
It's a 6.
Okay. You are attempting to be stealthy.
Ash burn.
I just
Nice.
I picture Kronk. Just just against the wall doing
It's
theme
right.
music.
If my stealth can't get me out of a situation, my deception can.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. That's one way to look at it.
All right. So, going back to the party, so we have Mark, Irina, Elbreth, Ismark, and Merc Danjal at the table. And Elbreth just sat back down. Yep.
It's probably a bad idea to have them watch each other.
And Merc Danjal and Mark were playing a game of Monster Chess while that was transpiring. Mark, all the while being very confused by Merc Danjal's moves, mostly because he keeps enunciating that he has no idea how this game works.
Okay.
So you keep having to correct him and like that you can't do that. Like that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. What if I
maybe-
move this shiny one to this brown square?
Maybe I need to give you a refresher on the rules here. Your pawns can only move forward, and the king, he can only move one square at a time.
Now, do the pawns have to pay taxes? Because that just doesn't seem fair.
There's no taxes.
Oh, what a world that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, so you are playing as the monster king.
Oh,
So you get to make 2 moves.
okay. At what point does the economy of good and evil come into play?
No, there's no good and evil.
Just no. Okay, well, I'll move this. He's just like looking, kind of like making sure, like not really sure if he's saying something right. I'll move this piece here. And he actually makes a legal move.
Okay, yeah, that's a good move.
Yes, I 100% did that intentionally.
Okay. Mark will push his knight onto the board and
Okay.
So what you could do in this position is you could, since you have 2 moves, you could push your pawn forward 1 square and threaten my knight, or you could you probably shouldn't leave the pawn there because then my knight can take it.
All right, there were a lot of words in there, so you're saying I need to find a way to threaten a horse. It seems odd. How would a horse understand a threat? I don't know, but I'll try it.
That's just what the piece is called. It's not an actual horse.
Well, of course not. I mean, could you imagine a horse this size? Plus, it doesn't have legs. What kind of quality of life is that?
Yeah.
It's just a head.
Yeah. It's just a symbolic representation.
Oh,
and
I get it. No, I don't get it.
What? You don't know what language you were speaking?
Right now?
Before with Nadar.
Oh, that was quite a jump. The big scaly eagle language? I don't remember the name of it.
What do you mean?
Big, not small. Scaly, opposite of smooth. Eagle,
I know what that means,
large bird.
I don't know what creature that is.
Oh, me neither. I don't know. I learned how to speak it at some point. I don't know. You get this old, you forget a lot of things.
A dragon?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, you were speaking Draconic?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm. So those two proceed to continue to attempt to play a game while he continues just to make moves that aren't right, and Mark will have to continue to correct him. So it'll give Elberth a chance to interject.
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, you don't have to. I was giving you an opportunity if you had anything after having your conversation with Millard, coming down, maybe wanting to speak with Mark or relay anything to Ismark and Arena, whatever you wanted to do.
Oh, I guess, I was telling the table. I'm not sure if that was the best idea, but I know none of us feel like watching them right now. This is probably going to turn out poorly. Arena, you should. Do you want to start your turn right now? Go sit outside their door.
Oh, actually, I'm getting tired myself.
And you're gonna hear Merc Danjaw, he's looking at his piece, trying to do something, while Mark is just slapping his hand. Is no, that's not how it works. I don't think you have to worry about that, Missy. He's over there in the corner, acting like he's camouflaged. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I think he thinks he's stealthing. I don't know what he's doing. He's over there. And you see Millard over by the stairs, just in a the croc door. Yeah. But in his mind, he is stealthing like a champ.
I'll look at him and be like, "What are you doing?"
It's a tavern, so it's pretty loud.
I'll go over there. I'll point out. I'll take motion to Ayla to follow if she wants, but go over like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be watching Nadar."
But he's asleep. Drinks really take it out of him. I just came down because he stole mine, and I was thirsty. So.
Do I hear this?
From there, no.
Okay.
A little too loud to be able to hear a normal talking conversation.
Well, come over to the table. We have stuff. I didn't get a chance to talk to Mark yet about what we were talking about earlier.
Elbereth, I'm exhausted. I just came down to get a drink and head back up. I don't want to sit around and talk.
Deception check.
Why? He's saying the truth. He doesn't feel like talking.
But the other part.
Yeah, the part of I just came down to get a drink.
18.
Seems convincing. Confusingly convincing.
Okay. But I'm gonna stand there and wait for him to get his drink and follow him back up.
While all this is unfolding, Ayla, what are you doing?
Sitting.
Just at the bar?
Ayla,
I'm looking back and forth between the front door and
Okay, you hear Mark.
Millard.
You hear Mark yelling for you in the distance.
Oh, I forgot Ayla wasn't at the table.
No.
Then I motioned for Irina to follow. Was Irina the one?
Yeah,
at
she
the
was
table?
at the she was at the
Okay,
table.
so when I got up, I would motion to Irina to follow. Just trying to not have people by themselves.
Sure. So
I'm going to the counter and trying to order a drink.
So you can get to the counter, of which Ayla is also at.
Ayla, good to see you.
I know.
Barkeep, just one more. The dwarf took mine. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's something that's pretty common. It's just how I live my life.
I'm surprised. Here you go, laddie.
I mean, his drinking's made me more money than drinks it's lost me, so... Life's life, mate.
Just cleaning. Sounds like an interesting one.
Millard,
Ayla, what's up?
what do you think those guards wanted with Zahel? He seemed fine with it. He told us to let him go.
I know. It frustrated me to no end. I mean, we're strangers in this town, but we still have the decency to not be bossed around.
But he wasn't being bossed around. He was asked, and you were not there when the rest of us first came into the town. We actually met that man, and Zahel had a conversation with him. He's not a complete stranger. They did have good conversation, nothing bad. So they're both military men, so maybe he just wants a second opinion on something. I'm not sure, but I mean, I trust Zahel. And Zahel said to wait here, so that's what I do.
Yeah, I trust Zahel too.
I
Well,
hope so.
yeah, no, I trust him as much as I know him. He's a military man, but he's not a bloke of an officer. He's not stringent or anything. Look, he's a right decent fella. But I don't know everything about his past. So, I don't know who he knows and who he doesn't know.
Right.
I was more upset at the guardsman just coming in and grabbing him like that. So,
Didn't
but if you
grab
said it's
him.
all right, just
He just asked him to come. Zahel could have said no.
yeah, but you could tell from that look in his eye, it wasn't a request. I've seen that look plenty of times in fellas, and they're the worst.
Yes, but again, I trust Zahel. And like I said before, we already met that man.
Right.
So, he's just protecting his city. We're new here. But
It's my drink.
anyways,
Is my drink prepared?
Yes, he
Like-
hands it to
So I'm
you.
gonna grab it, almost in like a dazed manner, so not like, precise. And then I'm gonna start walking back upstairs.
Okay.
Have a good night, y'all. I'm gonna get some rest.
right.
Go snow, I can need it.
So you can note that Millard at least seemingly looks inebriated.
I watch him go up the stairs.
And then when he reaches wherever he was before, then where I was standing, then I'll follow him.
You're not trying to like hide that you're following me, right?
No, I was just standing there, and also just standing there with my arms crossed, like watching you when you go to
Mm.
the bar and just like waiting.
Well, before we do that, we'll go back to the table where there is Mark, and Merc Danjaw attempting to play Monster Chess and failing horribly.
Ismark, would you like to take over this chess game? I'm getting really tired. I don't feel like playing anymore, really.
And you hear Merc, I got him on the ropes now. He's ready to quit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I'll just surrender here.
Ismar just goes, he's fine. I'll take over the game. I'm not good at it, so if I lose, I apologize.
It's okay. I was just about to surrender.
Well, so I at least won't do that.
Alright.
Alright, hold the man. Let's see what you got. And he just goes around to your side of the table, sits down, and then those two start playing with the exact same result. Merc just keeps doing things that are just not how the game works. And you can mark. So you want to go to bed?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make your way to it, and you'll run into Elbreth, Irina, and what appears to be up the stairwell, already headed up the stairwell, a Millard.
Hey, Elbreth, can you give me a key to one of the rooms? I'm really tired.
Sure, and I'll give him the key.
So now 2 keys have been distributed, one to Millard, one to Mark.
Hilbert, you should get some sleep too. I mean, you're looking tired.
I will in a little bit.
I mean, there's no need to keep following me around.
I just want to make sure you go into your room.
What was that supposed to mean?
You know that you keep running off, so... And Nadar shouldn't be alone.
Look, I tied him up, and he's safe in his room. He's locked in there. He's asleep. He's got a drink by his side.
Do
What
I hear
else?
this?
How much more secure does Nadar need to be? And
Yeah.
Do I hear
I've run
this?
off twice. No,
Yeah.
I've run off once, and then I went down to get a drink. You don't need to keep tabs on me. Like that. We trust each other, right? Right, Mark?
Why do you need to tie him up?
Oh, it was just an incident. You know, regular and dark stuff.
And you have a waitstaff walking by. It's like, he walked into another patron's room. and just keeps walking by.
Okay. But he's like drunk and why tie him up?
You remember the last time we left Nadar in the room alone?
Yeah. He was tied up because he had gone crazy?
Right. And when he woke up, he wasn't less crazy.
He wasn't, or he was? I don't know.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be a good idea to just... I mean, I can always untie him. I'm gonna be in the room when he wakes up. Look, the point is, it seems like Elbereth doesn't trust me. And I don't know why. And I'm getting really irritated by it. Because we've all known each other for long enough. I know she doesn't like the way that I pick pockets or take what ain't mine, but it's part of the business.
We just have to be a little bit more cautious here.
I mean, that's exactly what I told you. Weird stuff's going on, so we might as well trust each other. Look, if you don't trust me, that's fine. Mark trusts me. Ayla trusts me. And Nadar probably trusts me when he's sober. So I'm going to bed. And if you don't trust me, that's on you. And then I walk to the door, kind of angrily. More angry than I would normally look.
Okay.
And I open the door with the key. And then I walk in. And I don't slam the door, but I shut it firmly.
Okay.
And then I lock it.
Is Mark still... Is Mark in the hallway or to go in the room?
Mark is Mark's down near the stairwell where you are, so he's next to you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll tell Mark. Millard says that what he told you about what happened earlier, he said that was only a... He said he told you that was only a dream? That he thought that he did that, but it didn't actually happen. But that doesn't sound like a type of detail that you normally get wrong, but are you feeling okay still from earlier?
Yeah, well, no, not really. I don't know. Maybe he's right. I might have imagined it.
It's a rather serious thing, but I mean, it also didn't sound... It sounded like something that could happen, so... I don't know. Yeah, why don't... Yeah, so go ahead and go get some rest, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright. Good night.
Night. And then I'll go downstairs. Did Irina come up or should she stay downstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay.
I just go to my room where I think my room is and enter it and lock the door. Well, no, I should leave it open so that someone else can enter. Yep. I guess.
And for the sake of asking, which, I mean, no retroactive, just intentionally, were you guys meaning to talk in common in that conversation, or were you talking in another language?
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. We didn't... I just said about what he told you. And, right? Did I say anything specific?
All my conversation was in common.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, because I don't know. Dirk's saying oof, but I don't remember if I said anything specific. So I just said that thing that he told you and stuff like that.
You'll find out.
And earlier, and
yep.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think I would have spoken in common. Especially if Elbereth was talking in common.
I think saying that Millard wanders off was said in common.
Yeah.
That's probably the most bad part.
Sure.
That could be used in a court of law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for that episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, ask and you might shall receive. So
No.
at this point, and Elbreth, Mark, Irina, Ayla, Merc, and Ismark are all still downstairs. And now Zahel walks through the front door with nothing at the moment but a unsettled look on his face.
Did he?
I
What do you-
stand up.
What do you other than Zahel, what do you do?
Wait, say that again?
So-
Other than Zahel.
Other than Zahel,
Everybody-
I'm asking the others what their reaction and will be. That concerning.
I guess. I'm gonna think like, ask
Tension
just
time.
be like, how did it go? Actually, let's go upstairs first, all of us.
Who'd you say that to?
To Zahel?
Oh, so you're gonna go. So he's at the front.
You said
You're-
because
you're-
you said how are we reacting to?
yeah, you're not next to
But
him yet.
he just walked in, so he's nowhere near the table.
Oh, okay.
He's not near the table either. She's coming down the stairs.
Right. So like she's at the stairs.
Yeah.
Ayla's at the bar. Merc and like the whole group is kind of spread out right now. That's why I asked.
Okay, yeah, I'd go over to Zahel and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ayla, do you do the same, or are you staying by the bar?
If Zahel starts heading upstairs, excuse me, I follow them.
I think that's something he would probably do in this moment. Mark, do you follow as well?
Mark's in his room.
He's already in his room. Okay, so it's
Yeah, he went to the room before Elbreth came down.
Okay, so it's just Ayla and Elbreth. I'm assuming. Do you guys say anything to Irina as you start heading up?
Just like motion to her to follow.
To follow. Do I need to go get brother and old man?
Why don't you stay down here? Let us talk to Zahel really fast.
Fair enough. I will keep a lookout. And she starts kind of just being very focused and looking around. So you three can make your way upstairs. Elbreth still having 2 keys. So you have 2 rooms that are open if you choose to go that route. Because in the hallway, you're still going to have waiters and things passing interchangeably.
Yeah, so just go in one of the rooms.
Okay. So Elbreth makes her way to the 3rd room on the right of the hallway and turns the key, opens it up. It's a decent sized room, 2 beds, as all the 4 rooms you have are, and closes the door. So now it's you 3.
Wait, before she closes the door, like she unlocks it, I grab her arm before like we all go in, and I just whisper to her, do you think it's a good idea to leave Millard as is? I don't want to go in there and him again.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to have Mark watch him.
What? I'll be back. I'll be back. I go back downstairs.
Now Miller's not downstairs.
Right, I know that.
Okay.
I go downstairs and I talk to Arena and ask her. I say, "Thank you for keeping watch, and I don't know what's going on yet. We have not time to talk, but could you please keep also eye out in case Miller tries to walk through that?"
Sure, but no different than what I always do. I keep eyes out for all of you doing suspicious things.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll be back. I'll be back. And
Sure.
then I go back up.
Yeah.
And I join them in the room.
Okay, so now, you shut the door?
Yeah.
All three of you are in the room, shut the door,
We lock the door.
lock the door. You hear some person that walked by and just happened to see it, just yell, "Ayo!" and just keeps walking by. Then,
Okay.
Zahel?
I start talking to Zahel in Elvish. What is going on? What happened?
He responds to you in common, and he just says, "We have a problem."
And with that,
I grunt.
we will transition to the conversation that Zahel and Mr. Luthrian had. So, buckle up, boys and girls.
Oh joy.
So, at the end of the last episode, we had Mr. Luthrian cast Zone of Truth in the area where him and Zahel were located and told him that we have some additional questions that need to be asked. So the last thing, we're basically in that moment now, and Zahel, you did hear that, like, hey, we have some additional questions that I'd like to ask you.
Understandable. You made the happy music stop. I don't like that.
Yeah. So, I don't think I need to explain to you what this spell does. You seem like a man with your wit about you.
I may or may not have used it a time or two myself.
Righto.
You will, I no doubt know that I'm not resisting it in any way then.
And I do appreciate it, as the intent of this is not to frighten you or to cause you any alarm or even any form of ill intent. It is simply to get the truth. Just make sure you understand that. Because I'm in the zone too. So I could not have just said what I said without it being actual fact. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like he'll kind of like put a hand, like a friendly hand on his shoulders, like, "Look, lad, you're just doing your job. I understand."
Mm-hmm. Now, down to business. You said this blade, specific to you and your brother, and you claim that this was not of your doing. I would like to believe you,
Yes.
but I will ask again under the zone of truth. Did you do this?
I did not do this.
Good. Do you have any reason to believe that your brother did this?
Purely by the evidence of the weapon, yes. What the motive might have been, I can't tell you.
Is there any doubt in your mind that this could have been your brother?
No. Unless someone managed to kill him and take his weapon, which not very likely.
I will be frank with you, Master Zahel. This is not good. I don't think I have to tell you that, but this is not good.
Murder in one city never is.
I've done what I can for you and maybe even for your party. But I'm sorry, there is nothing I can do for your brother at this point. I hope you understand this, yes?
Unfortunately, I do.
Very well then. I hate to do this under the zone of truth, but would you please describe what your brother looks like?
Did we ever hammer that out? I don't think I have it in my notes.
So short version, if Zahel were younger and the clean look, so no beard, same type of hair, but not doesn't have the salt and pepper look, just black. So you could tell they're brothers. They don't look like twins or anything, but yeah. So you can take that and run with it from there as you will.
Yeah. So imagine me, less old, less grumpy, and a little cleaner shaven.
Again, such an interesting tactic and interesting fellow you. You basically want me to tell my gods to look for you, but younger.
I don't know what else to tell you. We haven't seen each other in a long time, so I can't tell you how much he's changed.
The life of a military man is a hard one. I will ask no details further.
Take a good look at this blade, and you won't see another one like it except for his.
All right. May I see the blade again, please?
Of course. Hands it to him. Built first, as is proper.
He turns around and signals, "Troop!" And you see them all, and just like one turn towards him. He signals, and most of them come in the direction as he like goes to the edge of the alleyway. This is the blade. I killed at least one of these individuals here. He may have used a different weapon on the other. Not sure what the motive is or why any of this has taken place. Take a good look at this man behind me. Essentially, that is what you're looking for, but not him. Younger, clean-shaven, no beard. Did you say no gray hair?
No gray hair.
So
can I retcon that and just describe Piplup?
Red beard.
Sure.
Red beard.
Pink beard.
You're looking. So guys, just hear me out. You're looking for a literal penguin. Just
A
But
blue
a really,
penguin.
really murderous penguin.
Slightly bluish,
With a pink beard.
slightly bluish skin.
With a cute little beak.
No hair, completely bald, except for his bright pink beard.
Shiny.
and he's beginning to give them instructions of what to do. Zahel, roll a perception check.
Perception. 9.
Can you perceive the knife in him?
As it enters my back.
9. That's slow enough that you're not going to be able to know what to make of this, but you suddenly feel uneasy. Off even, as the sole thing that might save that low of a roll is your history of what you have been all your life, and you have a feeling that you might be currently being watched.
Kind of glance over my shoulder.
And you hear the guards talking, and then suddenly Luthrian stops. Takes a step back.
So do I notice him do that?
Yes, he starts doing a head count.
Luthrian. So just kind of say low where the rest of the guard can't hear.
And you just hear him like kind of, or you see him hold his hand like this at the moment because he's trying to stay calm and focused in front of his troop. Lads, there were 15. Where have the other 2 gone? And they all just kind of start looking around and begin to notice that the numbers have dwindled by 2. You have information on what might have gone on here, sir?
No, but do you feel it too?
The feeling that any moment something might jump on me? Yes, always.
I could tell by your stance. Shifted, just like I did.
Yep. I am not overly thrilled by it. I think our assailant, and if true, would unfortunately be your brother, might be coming to cut loose ends, aka the people investigating this situation.
I'm slowly changing the grip on my spear to get ready. Yep. It is not to attack you.
Now, in fairness, my boy, I don't want to constantly assume ill of your brother. It could just as easily be quite a great deal of things out here in the wild, even when we're protected by a city. But I don't feel right. So everybody's just kind of doing a vigilant thing, looking around.
I'm going to, and I'll tell him, like, under my breath, kind of, Luthrian, I'm going to put my back to yours.
Wise.
And he's going to kind of turn around and do that.
But who has your front?
It's just me in the wilderness, I guess.
Sorry, that was a joke. I'm not very good at them. Just trying to make light of a worse situation.
Indeed.
It's the only way you get through it.
Do I see anything just scanning around?
Roll a perception check.
It's an 18.
You are looking and tracking. Granted, you're still in an alleyway, so you kind of have unavoidable tunnel vision to a certain regard. But that high of a roll, you happen to catch something up top on the rooftops, like a shadow. Just
Is it completely disappear out of view?
Mm-hmm.
The moment I notice it?
Yeah, it's almost like blinking and like just seeing a quick blur.
So roughly where was that?
If you're looking down the alleyway, which keeps going long and eventually would open up on the other side of the street, straight up and on the left side of the building. So like on the roof of the building to your left.
Okay, like in relation, like 11 o'clock? Like that?
Yeah, like 11, 10 o'clock.
Movement on the roof, 11 o'clock.
Well, that's not good, and they have us at a disadvantage. Always take the high ground.
Always take the high ground.
Please tell me it's just one.
That's all I saw. I hope that's it, because we're in the kill box down here.
Then we may yet have strength in numbers. The second he says that statement in pure ironic fashion, you hear something like thud. And guards like turn around quick and realize there's another one down.
Another one bites dust. Another
Too soon. A man just died. Shot through the heart. Good gosh.
We're fine.
He had a family.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll meet
So
his family someday.
The one that fell, where was that at in relation to Zahel?
So it would be the direction that Luthrian is facing and outside to the right of the hallway. So if you are facing the other way, behind you and to your left. So about 7, 8 o'clock. But Luthrian...
Did you
Yeah, definitely.
Did you get eyes on that?
Unfortunately not. This hallway is kind of blocking my peripherals. We're in a bit of a unfortunate zone at the moment. I
We
suggest...
need to get out of here.
Agreed. I'm going to start walking forward. If you will keep walking back,
I'm going to
keep
stay
your...
as close to you as I can.
Agreed. Troop, move forward. And everybody just starts kind of pushing forward and forward. And now you're out of the alleyway, so you're in the open street now. You have a lot more, at least, room, but also a ton of open territory around you. And it's rather dark, as you noticed from last week from your investigation of trying to even see a body from 5 feet. You couldn't see it very well. So save for the torches that some of you are holding, that's really your only source of light.
Lovely.
And there's only 3 members left holding torches. As you note, that one that was just taken was the one holding a torch. And suddenly that light is extinguished.
So is this, what Zahel know, is this anything like how Zeke, does this match his behavior at all? Is he...
Roll a history check. With advantage, because that's your sibling, so if anyone would know.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that.
That'll be
16.
not the Zeke you knew.
For what it's worth, Luthrian, this is not how my brother, the last I saw, how he would be. He was an idiot, but he wasn't terrifying.
Well, that's less than helpful. As you guys are talking, and mind you, all the troops are very vigilant right now. Oh, this is bad. I don't want to talk about the roll I just made.
Oh dear.
At once, all at one time, in an incredibly quick motion, all of you see a shadow-like object, and the 3 men with torches just dead to the ground, and the torches are gone.
Can I attempt a spell on the shadow-like object when I see it, or is it just moving too quick?
You can always try.
I would like to attempt a hold person on it. If I can get a bead.
Sure.
A wisdom save of 13.
Okay. And what I'll do, in a fairness sake, since it's moving so fast, I'll roll with advantage. But if it fails, you succeed. So if it fails with advantage, then it's all you. First one failed. Second one did not.
So close.
So it's near about pitch black now because that thing just extinguished your torches.
Oh dear.
And one by one, you keep hearing stuff. An occasional sound of a body dropping. Zahel, I want to ask something of you.
Mm-hmm.
Will you do what I ask?
In this situation, you you can be guaranteed.
On my signal, run back to the tavern.
Yes.
Do not stop. No matter what you hear, keep going. Get back to your group. Tell anyone about this situation. And I know what this is going to look like on you. But whatever this is, it needs to be dealt with before it kills all of us.
You're staying.
Indeed.
Alone, after your entire company's been wiped out.
He looks at like you're close enough to where you can barely see each other. Hold out your hand. And he asks you
He
to do it.
does.
Okay. He does the grip, and it grips your arm, and you see kind of like a blue sigil just kind of encompass it to where it almost looks like a glowing tattoo. Might save your life.
And I'm also going to give him a bless, as well as myself, when he shakes my hand.
Don't know what that was, but that feels rejuvenating.
It'll help you with anything you attempt. But if you stay behind alone, you're a damn fool.
And a damn fool is going to die with my brothers.
I can respect that and still call you a fool, you know, as he kind of chuckles a little bit.
Goodbye, Master Zahel.
Goodbye, friend.
And he just turns around and just says, like in a calm voice, run.
He promised him he would do what he said, so he does.
So Zahel takes off, and you see, are you going to turn back and look, or are you just going to keep going?
He'll turn back and look.
Okay.
Remember, if you do any rolls for him, he has a bless.
It's true. Desperately trying to save.
Everything I can.
Oof. What's a bless? A D4?
D4.
He gonna need it. All right, that helps. So you look back and you see like a bright blue emanating light suddenly. And like when he does that, you see like a sea of soldiers as he's the only one standing. It's like all of the soldiers are dead. And just as quickly as that blue light emanates, you see the shadow almost not only come into the light, but overtake it. And it just gobbles it up and the light goes away as quickly as it came. And you hear nothing.
You just kind of gods above, and mumbles to himself and keeps moving.
And Zahel makes his way back into the tavern, which brings us back to where we were, which is to the group who went upstairs, and Ayla, Elbreth, Zahel in a room together, to which the last thing he said is, "We have a problem."
And we're back to happy music.
I was just about to say that.
I was thinking, it's like, is that like, could we treat it like he told him the story? Or?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly.
So guys, there's this murderous penguin with a pink beard wiping out the entire town guard.
Faster than you would believe. Fast
That
penguin.
does not sound probable, my friend.
Oh, penguins are very fast.
So
Still
everything,
talking in Elvish.
everything-
I'm gonna do the whole conversation in Elvish.
okay, everything that just transpired, Zahel relayed to you in story form.
He would have relayed it to you as it happened.
Yeah.
So you have the floor.
Are you pulling my leg?
When have you ever known me to joke?
Quite often, honestly.
Okay, that's fair. When have you ever known me to joke about a situation like this?
Often enough, but I get the feeling this is no joke. Though highly improbable. Murderous penguin.
Come on.
I don't think he actually described it as a murder.
No.
No.
I don't know. It's gonna be canon. That's his brother, his Piplup. No matter
He's
what
just
you
running
want.
around with a little
You're gonna
katana, just
Meep, 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 meep.
Piplup, use quick attack. No, not murder.
Piplup can't use big quick
Use
attack.
murder. It's super effective.
Right, that's why
And
he
use
used
bubble-
murder
And use
instead.
bubble. Use bubble.
Love that we just turned like a grave, serious situation on its head. It's funny.
It's a coping mechanism, man. Let us have this.
Fair enough. Have at it.
Know your players.
Have at it.
I did like Ayla's just immediately busted into another one, bites the dust.
Right. It was
And
like,
they start falling.
All right.
I have no idea what that was, but it was quite powerful.
Do you
The
think
entire guard that came and got me is dead.
do you think it followed you here?
After it took Luthrian, I didn't look back any further.
We need to go get everyone, I suppose.
And do what?
I don't know where
know,
we
but
can
it's
go.
better I don't know, but at least it's better if we're together.
I think we all definitely need to sleep in the same quarters tonight. We can't leave the city. It's locked up.
Well, some of us
I-
are already asleep.
We can just go get Millard and Adar and bring them into Mark's room.
Don't you think it'd be easier if you do opposite?
That's true.
Should I get the ones downstairs?
Suppose.
Or at least fill them in. They can decide what they want to do.
Yes.
Nah.
I'll
You guys
kind
figure
of.
out the three up here. I will go to Arena and Eastmark.
And wait, is Zahel going downstairs or just Ayla?
Let's see. It's just us three in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No one. I don't think anyone needs to be alone right now. So either we all three go down, or one of us can go in the room with the others, and two can go down. But
Yeah, stay with me to Mark's room, and then you two can go down.
That'll work.
So we'll go out. Mark's room's unlocked. Is Mark, did you fall asleep, or are you still kind of like awake?
I'm asleep.
Okay.
We hear him in there snoring before we even open the door.
Telekinetic shove.
Do you want to just pick him up and take him, or do you want to actually wake the man up?
Ooh, does anyone else have telekinetic shove?
Let me
Poetic.
I
check.
do actually.
Poetic.
We could con him into telekinetic shoving himself during his dreams. We'll do a whole Inception side plot.
That would be amazing.
I
I'm down.
don't think I can telekinetically shove myself. I think that would be like levitate or something.
True. Who all is actually asleep? Mark, Nadar. He's actually fallen asleep.
He like passed out / fell asleep in the other room.
Okay. Did Millard ever go to sleep, or is he kind of just lurking?
No, he went to sleep.
Okay.
He went to
That
sleep.
we know of.
Do you want him to not be there? You can make him not be there. You're the DM.
No,
You can do
please
whatever you
stay
want.
there.
That's true.
Please stay where you are.
You can just be like, Millard isn't there. And then everyone would freak out.
Miller just happens to be sleeping under the bed. And no one noticed.
Yeah, and then he misses everything.
So that means Zahel, Elbereth, and Ayla are going downstairs to get the rest of the group. Yes.
I think only
But we're gonna.
one of it. Was I just going, or was Zahel and I going?
I'll definitely be coming with
Okay.
you.
Because he made the remark, no one needs to be alone right now, period, is what his remark was.
Right. So
Yeah. So you guys, we're gonna
No, but if you
go
wake
to
up-
Mark's room.
Yeah, you wake
Yeah.
up Mark and break into Millard and Nadar's room, and then we'll meet you there.
So who's going to wake up Mark?
I'll just try, shake him awake. Mark, get up. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I'd like to roll a con save.
Go for it.
All right.
It's a 20.
I roll a 6.
You're groggy and
Sounds
groggy and resisting, but you wake up.
All right. What's up?
I'm really sorry about this, but something's going on. We have to go to the other room. I'll explain there.
All right.
Now who's going to wake up Nadar and Millard?
Guess we both will. Just
Yeah.
So you get to the room.
Do
Now-
we need to wake up Nadar and Millard?
Well, issue number 1, Millard locked the door.
Boom, boom, boom.
So you go to turn it and realize that it's not opening. It is locked.
okay. So yeah, we knock.
Okay.
I'll knock.
Nadar, make a Constitution save.
Oh, which one? I'm gonna use blue and red. On save?
Mhm.
Okay. 25. Natural.
You. Okay, you are wide awake now, and hear someone
Wide
knocking
awake.
at the door. However, you are still tied up.
Tied up.
His hands are tied to the bed,
Yeah.
and his hands are tied together.
Together into the bed.
I
Oh, that's
thought
gonna
the
be fun.
con save
I
was
imagine this for a
try-
specific reason.
And what type of material did you use to tie his hands again?
Hempen rope.
Infant rope. Okay.
Yep.
So
I thought the con save was for trying to stay asleep.
I had it in the reverse. I was going to have it to where it was whether or not the knock was going to wake him up in this regard. But if you want to do it to where you're trying to stay asleep, we can do it that way. What was Nadar's intent?
I'm so drunk. I don't care which way it was.
That makes it problematic.
If you say he's awake, Nadar is so drunk that when the door knocking happened, he woke up and didn't realize.
So he's not resisting.
That he woke up, so
okay.
No.
Okay. So we'll do it that way then.
And out of just the habit of being tied up all the time when he goes to sleep, I'm trying to break the ropes with my arms again.
Okay. Roll the strength check.
No, okay, 6.
Nope. That rope is
Sailors not hold true.
hanging on there. So you guys on the outside of the door don't hear anything, and Millard is still asleep.
I'm going to rage and try and break him.
At least I prepared the spell knock.
A drunk rage. All right, great. Can only go
That
up.
is with it because I'm raging. That's with advantage. I rolled a 13.
Okay. A 13 does not break the rope, but you managed to get it loose enough to where you could potentially start to wiggle it over any form of post that it had been tied to. Because you've stretched it out.
Gonna break the bed, guys.
With my form of the beast that I get when I'm raging,
okay.
Would the tail be able to feasibly cut the things?
Am I waking up if he's raging?
Yeah, this one is like yelling and raging.
Just
And
fall
drunk.
on.
Don't forget drunk.
Millard has not woken up yet.
Okay.
There's a reason, though.
Weird.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Not concerning at all.
I don't know what
Am I dead?
Would I be able to sort of like bend my fingers in a way while raging to try and use claws to cut? Because I haven't decided on what form it is. Because I'm really just trying to use this to break out.
Roll another strength check with rage.
(18 plus 3, 21).
So you don't manage to break the rope because Millard's just one heck of a knot tire, but you do manage to rip the post that it's tied to from the bed. So now you have this rope still tied to you that you can't seem to get all the way off, and just a dangling broken wood piece.
Okay, then I'll do form of the beast, muzzle. So my face now is looking more like a dragon's mouth, and I'm just there biting at the rope.
Okay, you can bite the rope off. I'll give you that.
Yes.
Okay.
As
so
I break the rope off,
do you go answer the door?
I go punch the door open. So just a fist like casually comes through the door.
All right.
Do I need to make an attack against the door?
Yeah.
I mean, we could have attacked it from the outside, trying to just.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's also
This is
drunk and raging.
Yeah.
Drunk and raging.
Roll for hit with disadvantage. Shouldn't take much to hit a door, but just for humor's sake, let's see what happens with a disadvantage here.
Where the heck did it go?
I can see some scenarios.
Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
I'm kind of hoping for it too.
That's how I die.
You just skewer Millard.
I landed on top of all my other dice.
And Nadar looks super
That
sus.
is a 15 plus. What's my?
Well, you don't even have to, because 15 you will hit the door.
Yeah. Well, it's a dirty 20 total, because
Yeah. All right, so roll for damage.
Disappointing.
roll damage.
So disappointing.
You have a +5 on your fist weapon?
Yeah, I have +5. I get proficiency, so it's +5. What do you want me to roll? Because an unarmed strike is just 4 damage.
Yeah, roll that.
Because I have. It's
No,
not
like
an
that's
E4.
it. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just 4 damage.
Just 4.
Oh,
It's straight.
it's a flat 4? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, you were raging, so I didn't know if you had any, if there was any...
It'd be 4 plus 2 because I'm raging, so it'd be 6 total.
Okay.
Wait a minute, is
Who's on the other side of that door?
strike a strength weapon?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Unless
Yeah,
you're a monk, then you can dexterity it.
Yeah, then dexterity counts.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, so you Mark and Elbert are sitting there knocking, and suddenly a fist just... It kind of comes to the door, although much lower, because it's a dwarf.
Yeah, what about waist level?
Yeah.
Who was closest to the door?
I don't
I
think,
feel like
I'm
we're
not gonna-
both standing in front of it, but maybe Elbreth was standing more.
his
Who
arms are too
knocked on the
short.
door?
His arms are too short. He's
I
not
was
going to
knocking.
get all the way through and hit you.
No, that's what I was asking that as a joke.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Like-
shouldn't have turned the door insurance salesman away.
So
Like-
that was a mistake.
All right, that's a method.
That guy was
I
a
guess
scammer.
we'll go back to the other room.
I'm going to then take both my hands and try to just rip the door open.
Make a
Nadar,
strength,
would
make
you
a strength
die?
check.
You're gonna probably see this dragon snout, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
11.
So you manage to get it to start breaking, but you don't just rip it open like a piece of paper. It's just kind of like you're working on it.
I'm gonna just yell at the top of my lungs. Just yanking at it as hard as I can. Just putting more and more strength into the pulling.
Hey, Nadar, can you? We got it from here. Can you?
we recognize that it's Nadar and it's not some sort of monster, right?
You would recognize it, but he
We
doesn't.
would have seen
also
that
have a-
before.
Yeah, you've seen it before in his travels.
You haven't seen this because I'll miss.
You haven't done that specifically before?
No, because neat little thing I decided to do. I'll message you this actually, because it's the reveal anyway. I decided before we got pulled in, I was Path of the Berserker. When I got pulled in, my subclass changed to Path of the Beast.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily mean that you couldn't have done it over your travels if you wanted to.
No, it's just they've seen me pull doors open and whatnot, but they haven't seen the transformation part, the physical transformation.
So it looks
I'll
odd to
message
them.
you.
So it's gonna look odd to them.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, it'll look odd, but it is still recognizably Nadar.
Nadar, it's okay, we got it. We can open the door here. I think.
I'm
get-
still pulling.
Go get Millard. He's still there, right?
Yeah.
Do you turn around to get Millard?
No, I keep pulling out the door.
Bop him in the snoot.
Oh, it would be a real shame if you tried to wake up Millard.
Nope.
Real shame.
Yeah.
Hit, wink, wink.
Gosh.
So Elberth, by this point, he's made a big enough hole that just passive perception and just thinking you could reach your hand in and unlock the door.
I could, but I'm not putting my hand in there while he is staring at it.
Granted.
That's why I'm trying to make him back up. 'cause
Granted.
I want to do that.
Is Albrecht really that scared?
Granted, I'm just letting you know how big of a
That's
hole he's made.
basically
at this
putting your
point.
hand in a shredder, yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Great way
scared
to
so much
pull
as
back a
logical.
nub.
Yeah. Just making it
yes.
known.
Use telekinetic shove on Nadar.
Here it is.
Hey.
I
There you
am
go.
holding on to the door still and ripping it open.
All right. So what does he have?
roll,
What is it?
roll to resist.
Yep.
Yes. What's the save on that?
14.
What's the stat?
One.
Strength.
One.
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, strength.
I'm still raging, so I get advantage on this.
Oh well, it's free.
Everything except attack, I get advantage on for
I'm waiting
strength.
for the shadow
One.
monster to come
One.
kill us all.
One.
Natural 25 again.
Oh, okay.
Sad day.
So he
I
does
think
not get
I
shoved.
Ugh. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will at least bend down to look through the hole from a distance without getting my face scratched to see if Millard's in there.
Nadar does not go to scratch your face. He's still just ripping the door.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if
So-
he's
No.
scratching at the door, so I'm not going to go put my face near the door.
For clarification, while this was happening, Ayla and Zahel went to get Ismark Irina and Merc Danjal, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Nadar is tearing at the door. Elbert's trying to talk to him. He's raging. Doesn't seem to be getting through. It's just a lot of noise is making. Mark might even start getting slightly concerned because Nadar is tearing up a door at a tavern they just bought a room for. And then suddenly you do see the group I just said. So Ayla, Zahel, Ismark, Merc Danjal coming up the stairs and see the situation. And Merc, he kind of like looks at it weirdly and just walks up. So, and like, oh my, what are you doing?
Nadar's going crazy again.
Oh,
Um,
is that all? Oh, well, I thought he was trying to eat a door.
He just needed to open the door from the inside, but this happens.
Is that how dwarves open doors? Very inefficient. Can't even reuse the
gonna use-
thing.
I'm gonna try using telekinetic shove on Nadar again.
I'm gonna use my other 2 dice
Ooh.
for the save.
Oh my, you may not have to. Hold on, let me read this.
Okay.
Don't be concerned at all. Everything is fine.
No concern. I'm trembling in my boots.
Mm.
Clickety clackety.
Nadar, for a reason you don't really know, you start feeling sleepy. And then sleepy, sleep.
As he starts slowing down and falling asleep, I go up and unlock the door and put my arm through the hole and open the door.
What happened here?
He fell asleep.
How?
If I may, my dear Miss Ayla, that might have been my doing. Let's come inside. And he,
Don't know if
I
this
really
is the
need to
safest
learn
room
that.
now with a big hole in it.
as you say that, Merc puts his hand next to the door, and you see it.
I stand corrected.
We need to learn
I
that.
walk
That
Yep.
too.
That
Because
would
that
be
was
very
going to be the
important.
5th door we had to replace this year.
And he's going to kind of like motion everybody in, and does the whole group
Yeah.
willingly go
I
in?
walk in. I'm the first to walk in because I'm the one
Okay.
who opened the door. And I walk over to Millard's bed.
And he's
Millard,
get-
how could you sleep through all that racket? I can't believe you.
And Millard has not woken up yet.
Right.
And Merc Danjal shuts the door and just kind of takes a deep breath. And mind you, when off screen, so when Zahel and Ayla went to get them, they did explain the situation of what Zahel experienced outside. So that conversation has already happened.
Not in common.
Not in common, but they're aware of the situation.
Right.
So Mert
Mark is not yet.
Mert takes his hood off. I takes a deep breath. Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely forthright with all of you. He turns around,
All kidding.
and you notice his voice is a little different. It's less senile. He seems more serious now and less like loopy. My name is
I
not.
sit on top of Millard.
My name is not actually Merc Danjaw.
What's your name?
My name is Henrik.
I knew it.
And that is where we end tonight's episode.
Oh.
Good, that saves us a trip.
Knew it, Village dead.
We have to figure out Millard's fate next week.
He's dead.
I just want to point out
He's
that I
dead.
told
Matt
that like
killed him.
2 months ago
We
Fair
called
point.
that too much.
Really?
to Matt.
He did.
Deers.
He did. So
Yes.
we're having to be real quick here. We're transitioning into the post-stream chat. We have 2 members that need to kind of leave quickly. So a few things went on tonight's episode, kind of a whirlwind of things. So Mr. Nadar, I know your checkout first, so we'll allow you to go first. What was a highlight of the night for you tonight?
I think just the fact I decided to jump into that rage right at the end.
Nice.
And I do have reason. I will message you about that later.
Hey Raiders,
I might need you to remind me.
I got you.
They always rate us right at the end.
Yeah.
Well, because, their streams at the
you.
same time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Infinity Bros, and for
Thanks.
anyone that is joining in. Hope you had a great night. We're doing a post-stream chat at the moment. 2 of our members are about to hop off, so we're going to let them have their moment real quick, and then we'll engage with you real quick. So, Nadar, I know you have like 1 more minute, so SJ, if you'll have AJ's cam ready. So, anything else? Is that the highlight?
Yeah. And Nadar just drinking, I guess. I didn't know how else to play a drunk Nadar.
Nadar
Like
being Nadar.
Yes. A Nadar.
Well, Mr. Lava?
You didn't enjoy our drinking game?
Yes.
Our rigged drinking game?
I did.
Don't have a good night. Have a great night.
Yep. Thank you,
Good
sir.
night, Nadar. Jay.
Someone pull
Got it. Okay.
pull him in there now.
Nice.
So all we gotta do is just turn the cam on, and we're good. All right. So, thank you, Raiders, for hopping in.
It's the villain.
It's Piplup was there all along. Mr. J is gonna have his turn. We're doing a highlight of the night, and then we're gonna interact with chat and have a bit of a fun time before we wrap up the stream. So, Jay, I know you gotta hop off. What's the highlight of the night for you?
Say the conversations between Elbreth and Millard were pretty good. Just trying to figure out where we're at with them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, it was fun to roleplay that. It was difficult to roleplay that.
Sure.
Just because trying to mesh.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Kudos to you for willingly choosing to roleplay conflict, because that's difficult a lot of times to do it correctly.
I wanted to make sure conflict is hard because you want to make sure the other players don't take it personally.
Right.
Yeah.
For
Like
sure.
because you're being rude in a sense, or you're
Right.
being mean, or one of the parties has to be rude or mean in some sense. To
Absolutely.
Be, above it is really, really helpful.
Mm-hmm. 100%. You can even go back to early episodes when we had Millard having a conversation with his brother. I think I reached out to Jay before. I was like, hey, this guy's going to be hostile. just make a note so it doesn't, it's not me. I'm not yelling at you. I promise.
Yeah.
It's just this guy. For sure. But it's so good when it works right, though. So, kudos to you for going down that avenue. It brings a good dynamic. For sure. So, Mr. J,
Yeah.
Agreed.
thank you.
I'll stay a little bit longer because we
Hey!
ran a little late, but I'd like to hear a couple other people's, but
For sure.
and
So-
answer any chat questions if they have any.
Absolutely. So, come and go as you so need and interact as usual. So, yes, Raiders, thank you so much for hopping around. If this is your first time here, we're a group called Trials of Imagination. We're playing Curse of Strahd right now. We're playing kind of a homebrew variant of it, so it's got a lot of nods to the original Curse of Strahd while also having a lot of its own material. So a little bit for both parties there. And this is the post room. This is episode 28 that we have right now. We do have a giveaway going on leading up to episode 30, so if you want to do exclamation point giveaway, you can see details about that. And yeah, we're just doing a post-stream chat. So if any questions you got, let them fly. This is where we actually get to engage with you guys, have a good time, and chill a little bit before ending the stream. So as usual, we're going to do a roundabout and do everybody's highlight of the night. I will roll to see who goes first, as always. And that is Mr. Liam. Mr. Liam, what did you like about tonight?
I thought there was a lot of good parts. I think I'm not sure what to say.
Getting to temporarily actually roleplay chess for a little bit, or monster chess, even if not really going well.
With the worst player of all time.
Right. I mean, he was winning quite handily.
I guess that was a front. He was just pretending to play silly.
Perhaps. Perhaps. We'll have to find that out later. All right. Anything else comes to mind?
I like that I was able to ask Merc what language he was using with Nadar.
Right. And Elberth at least did eventually help you get to the bottom of it, so you did figure it out. So that was good.
Yeah.
All right. That is SJ.
My favorite part was when I got to sing Another One Bites the Dust.
as just troops with backstories and families and all sorts of stuff just die one by one. It was just like, yay!
Ayla wasn't there. It was just background music.
Yeah, the pop song comes on.
Yep.
During the fight scene.
So
let's see. Let's see what my actual favorite part. Probably Nadar trying to pry open that door.
Just ripping open the door.
Yeah. Why not?
Because Nadar. That's why there's a plethora of emotes that you can make amongst yourselves now.
Yes.
And especially Zahel's just kind of fits the bill for near about anything that Nadar ever does. Just the hand over the face.
Yes.
Classic.
I also like that we get to joke about the new character over here.
The Piplup.
The Piplup.
Mm-hmm.
Pink beard.
Sure. So
What did he have? A rapier?
Dagger?
Some sort of dagger.
Okay.
Also
Let's make that work.
worth noting, we don't have alert set up, but I did just get a note that somebody donated directly, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
It tells me your real name, so I'm not going to say that out loud because I don't know if you want that. But whoever just did that, thank you. You know who you are. It's very much appreciated. Okay, so anything else, SJ?
I like that everyone got to find out who Merc Danjaw was.
Except
I've
me.
been sitting on that for a second.
Except Jay. or Millard
knew that too.
specifically.
Cool.
Yeah. No, like Millard didn't get to find out because Millard's still asleep.
Oh, that's what you meant. No.
No, he's dead.
No, I mean
he's
everybody.
just dead.
In general, like Ayla obviously didn't know that who Merc was.
Yeah,
But
Millard.
SJ
Yeah.
knew who
This
Merc
is
was.
actually my last night. He's just dead.
Millard may or may not be
It's
having.
me, everyone.
He may or may not be having an out of body experience right now. We'll find out a little more.
I was thinking, I was like,
I'm sitting on him.
if Matt's just like, yeah, that shadowy thing, that's Millard. I'd be like, oh man, now I have to play that. that was going through my head the entire night.
What a twist that would be. I am the night.
I am
I
the
am.
darkness.
I am Batman.
Just like suddenly we've integrated the DC universe with Campaign 1, Campaign 2, and Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good moments from SJ. So, Miss Bex, what about you? What's some highlights of the night for you?
The big reveal that Zahel's brother is a penguin. Like, I didn't see that coming. It also makes me wonder if Zahel is secretly a penguin too.
It's been hard to keep a lid on that one, let me tell you.
I mean,
the fake beard helps a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
Honey, let us make that canon.
no.
Not canon. It's fan
Cupid's
fiction.
gonna still deny it for a bit,
Yeah,
but
you can make it
we
fan
all
fiction
know
all
in our
day long.
hearts what the truth is, no matter how much he denies it.
Will be.
Yeah, you can make it fan fiction all night long, but canon, no.
Oh, come on.
There's too much that's gonna go down with this situation. We can't.
Yeah, we need to keep
Yeah,
some
penguin.
serious notes
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
depth of the story.
That one's actually gonna get pretty serious, so we're not gonna turn that one into a lighthearted thing.
There are some things that I'm really excited for in the future, and I hope we actually get to it. Just saying.
If you survive
yeah.
long enough. Okay. So, anything other than the penguin Vex?
I don't know. Like I can't. Like it's not. Yeah. Like sometimes it's hard for things to just come to mind. I just agree with all of the above.
Fair enough. All right, Mr. Ricardo, over to you.
A couple of moments. One was Merc. Do the pawns have to pay taxes? That had me in stitches.
Of course.
That and then knocking on the door and Nadar's fist coming through and Bex going, well, that's in a method.
Well, that's one way for this to go down.
Yeah.
Those were both great.
Mm-hmm.
The Merc reveal. I've had my suspicions for quite some time. As you remember, I discussed that with you.
You did.
I don't remember exactly when, probably a month ago or so.
You did.
Oh.
It's like right when Merc came on the scene.
Yeah. And then the whole sequence with Zahel, was not expecting that to go that way. I mean, rip to those guys, but
Would you like
that was
some?
also cool.
Would you like some free meta information? I was not expecting it to go that way either.
The dice. It was always the dice.
Yep. That's when you saw. I don't know if it like on stream. I saw like I rolled a nat 20, and at that point, I was like, "Oh no, oh no,
Yeah,
oh
you
no,
said that's not good. That's not good.
Not good.
nope, not good, not good at all."
Well, see, I was expecting either them to figure out what really happened or Zeke to get implicated. I didn't expect a murderous shadow with Stranger Things music in the background.
Yeah.
Which was super, super metal, by the way.
That makes
I
two
think
of
we
us
might have to leave this town.
because the
Yes.
only option for that to happen was a 20. That was it. And of course, out of any of the freaking numbers that it could have landed on, it landed on a 20. I was like, crap. So that was it. Just as interesting for me as it probably was for you. I was like, all right. Well, Rip guards. Sorry.
Did we just lose the entire town watch?
Yeah.
It appears that way.
It's a pretty big town,
That
but
could be the whole town. Watch.
Do we just lose this entire quadrant's town watch? Or
you
this
put a
place
dent
no
in
longer...
it. It certainly put a dent in it, which is going to make things interesting for show.
Oh, show.
Bye, AK. Hope you had a good night. Thank you for stopping around, as long as you did.
Stomping around.
I like the question you asked, which is who is the darkness? That's an excellent question. Or what is the darkness?
I
Or
am the darkness.
whatever
Tell
answer.
those I give you pebbles, but
I am the darkness. I am the dreamer of dreams.
Because with Zahel's perception roll, we really don't know. Because he...
Come on,
Sorry,
Zahel.
guys.
Yeah.
Couldn't have cast lights or
Yeah.
something.
I just really messed that one up.
Yep. So...
You're so close, though.
Dirt.
You almost grabbed it.
So, Chad, if you want to give us your favorite moment of the night, I'll go ahead and do mine real quick, and then we can...
And if you have any questions.
Yeah, talk about yours, any
ask them.
final
Yeah.
questions, and we'll start wrapping things up here. Gosh, it's such a... I love the heavy roleplay nights, even though I know every now and then, like, combat needs to break the monotony of things. But really good, just kind of stepping back and just letting you guys do your thing. We kind of already talked about, Jay intentionally doing, like, the kind of, like, conflict type of role play is always good to watch and see how people feed off of that. And it fits really well with what's going on. Having Merc Danjaw attempt to play chess with with Mark was funny.
Does he actually know how to play that and he was just being dumb, or does he not know how to play that?
You don't know the answer to that.
Dang it. Can I know the answer, though?
Maybe. We'll talk about it off stream, but
You can try to figure it out.
Ow.
She wasn't there for the chat, for like all the chat. She was more
No,
about it.
Ayla doesn't need to know. SJ wants to know. Also, I hurt my hand.
that's what you get for trying to be nosy. What did we learn?
I like to know
Now-
things, okay?
Knowledge is power. Power is dangerous. Therefore, knowledge is dangerous. Knowledge gets you hurt.
It stands up.
Therefore, be ignorant of everything, and you'll be happy about it.
The logic is airtight. It holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, I had another favorite part. The cat.
meow, meow. So, like, I thought it sounded like a kid making noise at first. Like, what the heck is that?
Oh, my
Yeah.
cat. Yeah, I swear, he's always, this is like after he eats, he's always walks around and he's just like...
Millard is not playing 3D Murder Hobo. Somebody else is playing 3D Murder Hobo.
You can take the hobo out, and they're just like a straight murder.
Ninja. I
but-
am ninja.
Gosh, so many good. I think a good moment, which I didn't know how. I was waiting to see what the group did, because with Richard rolling in late, you kind of have to like be able to adapt on the fly, depending if someone did something that may have snowballed and made things like veer a little bit. But it went a certain way, and it's like, okay, so I'm gonna have Zahel walk in so that we don't get to see what everybody's been waiting for all week immediately. Which
I thought that was a really good choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And bare minimum, like in my head, like that is going to create, I guess, desire and suspense in a certain way, especially when he gets to the room and just says, "We have a problem," because now everybody doesn't know what just went down. But didn't want
To be
to.
fair, I didn't either.
Right. All I told Richard was like, "You just need to say we have a problem. That's all I need you to do."
Trying
Yeah,
to
I
figure out how to like,
at that
do
point-
things without...
I was really worried. I was like, what did he say to the guard?
Uh-huh.
And that was a fun moment.
Yeah. The unknown is always the worst, just by far. That's like the biggest fear you can do, is just not having the answer. Like, oh, well, what just happened? But didn't want to be mean for too long, so we kind of panned to it immediately and had that. Was not expecting that to go that way, so I guess that's kind of a highlight in a certain regard of just the nature of D&D, even for me, is at times I don't really know what's going to happen. I know the options, so I at least knew it was a possibility, but I didn't think it was a high probability. But here we are. So
here we are.
Yeah, here we are. So that was an interesting turn.
So now what is the probability of one of us dying in the next 5 episodes?
Yes.
At this point, you're in Barovia, and Barovia's in full swing. So, yeah. Every episode is a hold on to your life as much as you got. We will see. So yeah, there's that. That was a good moment because then at least like even though that kind of like went south really quick, it was cool because I knew at least like in the player sense it was funny kind of waiting to see what's going to happen because you can see kind of like the tension of waiting to see how this situation is going to resolve itself. So that was good. Zahel getting it, just all the interaction at the tavern was just good and in character really well about how everyone kind of went back and forth. So it's really good because it feels like even though everybody has done great this whole campaign, like really everybody from the get-go in episode 1 had their characters locked in pretty well. Everybody just gets more and more locked as time goes on, I feel. So it's just good to see you guys in the zone and just kind of like reacting how that character would react as opposed to maybe like leaning a little bit on like, well, like Richard would rather say this, so he's going to say this. But instead, it's kind of like 100% what Zahel would say or what Ayla would say or Elberth or Mark or Millard or, and Nadar's Nadar. So that's just kind of been that way since day one.
I think he has a wild magic table of reactions to things he just rolls on.
You might be right. You might be. It's the Millard trying to sneak downstairs and rolling like a 6 or a 7 on a stealth was great. It was
6. That was a 6.
It's like everybody is just going to see you attempting to be stealthy, and you're just not. You're just not.
And you reference the best part of Emperor's New Groove there too.
Kronk just doing a freaking music. That was great. All the interplay, and then of course, been waiting for when the moment would feel right to reveal Merkdenjal's hand of who he really is, and you'll find out obviously a lot more next week. But that was wasn't really sure like when that moment would be, when it would present itself as like a good option, and it was not intended to be tonight. But given what happened with Zahel, and when Zahel relayed that information, he's like, okay, time to shut down the facade. We have a situation. We need to address this. So transparency is key. So that was kind of cool in one regard. It sucks that like any sort of ideas or prep that I might have had for a situation is just gone. But cool in another regard. It's just like it's forcing me to stay on my toes and kind of just go with whatever direction things just happen to go. So I don't know. That's the beauty and terror of D&D, I suppose. And yes, chat, that entire movie is a masterpiece, 100%. All day, every day.
Insert like the Pacha, like here.
Pacha.
Riz is like, yes.
Yeah, we do Emperor's New Groove quotes at work all the time. Especially like, break it down.
Quotable.
Are you kidding me? This is Ankar mahogany. All day.
Squeakity squeak, squeak squeakums.
Yep.
Happy.
I think Kronk is like,
they're supposed to be dead.
I think Kronk is like one of my favorite characters in like any movie. Like,
oh yeah,
he's
for sure.
amazing.
He's glorious.
Okay, but what did you guys think about the Kronk movie that followed?
Never watched it.
It was fun, but not on the same level.
Well, the beauty of Kronk, like you always
I don't remember it well.
With characters like this in general, I think we've actually talked about this on our podcast. Hashtag shameless plug. But we talked about the concept of sometimes the things that make things so great is having it sparingly to where you have the desire for it to be more. But the second you start showing more of it, it loses its value, which is like a weird thing to process. But it's very true.
The TV show, as in like his high school the high school TV show. I don't remember
That
the different one. I liked it enough.
Weird though.
But I didn't like religiously watch it.
Mm.
I watched it if it was on.
So
It's just weird with the principal. I'm like, why?
To that point, Matt, I feel like that's why Vader was so effective in episode 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had what, like 12 minutes of screen time or something like that?
Yeah, if that. Yeah, there's no shortage of reasons why things are that way.
Maybe it was college. It was school.
We're kind of reaching the end here. We're going to do one last round robin, and we'll do a round robin question to the group, and then we'll end. So if you guys have any last thoughts or questions, go ahead and throw them out now. Don't forget, we do have a giveaway going on. So if you do exclamation point giveaway in the chat, you can see the link of where to go spend your points. You have points simply by watching. So if you've been watching, you got them. Go spend the tickets. They're just, you get them from watching. That's all you got to do.
You have to be following and watching?
I don't think it makes that rule. I think as long as you've been in here, you accumulate points. If you follow, there's a certain multiplier. If you sub, there's a certain multiplier. So it only benefits you to do those things. But I do not believe you have to be. I could be wrong, but I don't think I saw that perimeter in there.
Stormer, I was about to say, we went on a really long tangent about Star Wars in the Patreon only, but that's a lie. We went on a really long tangent on Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Different.
In the Patreon only.
Yep.
Was that this month or last month? Last month.
Last month.
That was last month. This month was such a joy.
Yeah. Round robin question for our players, and chat, you can answer this too if you want. And I'll go, that is...
I like the Goofy Movie College one.
Bex, you're up first. So this is just a theory question, so there is no right or wrong answer. This is just whatever you have going on in your head.
Theory question.
It has been revealed that Merc Danjal is actually Henrik.
Bum, bum, bum.
What do you as Bex predict that the conversation is about to be next week?
Talking about the things that we wanted to go talk to Henrik about, I guess. Who just saved us a trip because it was supposed to be like really far away. So
let me be more specific, because I think you took it as like what you guys are going to try to talk to him about. Why is he revealing his hand now? What is he going to talk to you guys about now, letting you know openly that he's Henrik?
I don't know. But also, like I've said before, I don't really like answering those kind of questions because I'd rather just
that's fine.
Experience it instead of trying to think ahead and try to guess. I don't really.
And that's an acceptable answer. Okay. That would be SJ. Same question.
I think he's gonna be like, all right, this is what's going. He either kind of knows the situation more than we actually do, like he knows who this hooded figure or like this shadow in the night is, or so something about protecting ourselves from it.
Sure.
That's my guess.
Did we tell him about the shadow in the night?
Yes.
Zahel and Ayla did when they went down.
Yeah, when we went down, we informed them and brought them upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Liam, do you have any theories?
What's the question again?
Just on what Henrik might be saying to you guys next week, why he revealed his hand now, etc.
I think he probably revealed his hand because we're in danger, probably.
Okay. So you think he actually cares about you guys, and if you have danger, he doesn't want anything to befall you?
Well, it sort of seems like he cares about us since he wanted us to be quiet when we started when I told him about Millard.
Sure, fair enough. Or at least
Yeah.
cared enough about his own self-preservation. He's like, hey, let's not talk about murder openly out loud.
Well, if he cared only about himself, then he'd be fine to inform the authorities that, these guys are the murderers.
Potentially. There's potential there. That adds up to me. All right. So, Mr. Ricardo.
First and foremost, I'm going to ask Mr. Henry if he has any cool lightning-resistant armor. But my thinking is, because he was originally talking with us about going on the quest to protect the items. You know, he was kind of a quest giver. I feel like that was probably something from him to establish some level of trust before he revealed his hand. But he has experience with whatever this shadow creature is, and it's an oh crap moment, and it's forcing him to reveal his hand early. That's where I'm at on it.
Okay. And Stormer in chat says if he originally wanted to hire the group to do a job, then he's probably revealing himself now as he's finally trusting them enough to actually tell them what he wants. Which is kind of what...
I got you, Stormer.
Yeah. Kind of what Richard just said. Okay. All good theories. Like all of them. It's always just fun just to see where the player's at with certain things. Sometimes, believe it or not, just hearing stuff helps me as a DM understand if I conveyed things appropriately to where it's not misleading or confusing. So sometimes it's just nice to hear just to make sure things seem like they're going in the right direction. So that is going to do it for tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for hopping in. Thank you, Raiders, for stopping by. If all of you are still here, thank you so much. We appreciate every last one of you. Hope you had a great night where you came from, and hopefully you enjoyed your time here a little bit.
It's the Infinity Bros that were from last week as well.
Mm-hmm. Always the Infinity Bros.
Yes, thank you.
Henrik is the BBEG.
Yep. Strahd is the good guy.
Stormer, it's always like a funny idea that's like a DM approach, but I think bare minimum, Richard and Eshe could probably both tell you that's not going to be the case here. Just not. But it's always a funny idea for sure. So thank all of you that have been around to this point, whether you're on the stream or if you're watching this on YouTube and still watching. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. All of you are awesome. You're what makes us so much fun to do this experience and enjoy it with others. And we love doing it every single week. And we have a lot of fun stuff planned ahead. As usual, we got episode 30 coming up with the giveaway. We have more stuff planned ahead of that we're really working hard on to try and you just have a lot of fun content to bring to you guys and bring as much as we possibly can. And it's been so much fun and look forward to doing it as we slowly, surely approach episode 30. We only have one more episode before we reach basically like 3 decades of episodes, which is nuts because it doesn't feel like we've been going on for that long because time is weird.
3 decades?
Of episodes, as in 30.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like just 30 years? What?
You don't overthink it.
Yeah,
Okay.
a decade is...
We're in a time bubble here.
Yeah, you're in Barovia. Time is whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
You
Good night,
described
everybody.
Zal's brother as a penguin. What logic are you pulling from here?
What do you mean? Look at him.
Yeah, like
He's
you're
right
gonna
there.
you're gonna argue
Right here.
math
With
when you're
rage
calling
in
it
his
a.
eyes.
Penguin with a bright pink beard.
You got a like sightless shadow murdering guards describing it as a penguin, and you're gonna argue math. Get out of here.
Hey, you said it wasn't canon, so.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. But until then, everybody say bye.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
guys.
Till next time.